Welcome back to the channel. Monica Loop here at The Love Messages. So today we are doing a reading for the month of June. This is going to be a general reading. It may resonate, it may not. If it does resonate with you, links in the description box for a private reading are available below. Sagittarius, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge, Sagittarius, for the month of June is the Three of Cups. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Wands upright. Okay, so your biggest challenge for the month of June, Sagittarius, is the Three of Cups. Could mean a couple of things. For some of you, this is about friends, maybe finding time to spend time with your friends, finding time maybe just to rejoice or celebrate about certain accomplishments that you've achieved. This could also be about a reconciliation, wanting to have a reconciliation, wanting to come back together with a specific person. We're going to clarify this. We're going to get more information for you in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Seven of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands, and you have the Ace of Swords. So in the recent past, I do get a sense here that some of you found out the truth, okay, about a situation. And when you found out the truth about the situation, I am getting a sense here that you were upset about it. Okay, you were very disappointed about this situation. I do get a sense here that you found out the truth, and even though you had very high expectations on a certain situation, it may have not went the way that you wanted it to here in the past. You may have felt taken advantage of by the situation. And particularly once you found out the truth about the situation, it really changed your whole entire perspective on it. We're going to clarify this and get more information in a moment. You have the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the King of Swords. So in the present moment, I do get a sense here with the Three of Swords. There's something that's been bothering you, that's been causing you pain. And one of the things that I see here that's really been affecting you is the competition. There's been a lot of this competing energy in the present moment. And some of you want the truth, okay? Or you're dealing with maybe an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You want the truth when it comes to this person because some of you feel that this person's been treating you like an option, or maybe they did something to cause you some form of pain. We're going to get more information on that when we clarify. In the near future, you have the King of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. This is really good. There's something amazing and great that's coming into your life. I feel it is this specific person, could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, maybe a Leo or a Pisces. There's a lot of success here in the near future. You could be recognized for maybe something that you are doing. We're going to see when we clarify in a moment. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is indicating here that, or excuse me, the Ace of Wands, not the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands. This is indicating that there's a brand new beginning that's coming in for you. There's a new direction, new beginning, new project that you're embarking on. So let's get into your reading. Let's see what is going on for you. Okay, let's clarify your challenge. Okay, so your challenge, the Three of Cups, is clarified by the Knight of Wands. You have the Moon and you have the Five of Swords, okay? So your biggest challenge here, Sagittarius, has a lot to do with a particular person that you've been having issues with for quite some time. Getting an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, a Pisces, a Cancer, or another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I'm also getting Aquarius, okay? Your biggest challenge here is to really determine if you are going to commit to this person, if you're going to give this person a second chance, if you are going to invest yourself 100% into this person. Now, the Five of Swords is here, which is indicating that there's been a lot of this cutthroat energy between you and this person, okay? There's been a lot of this big, I don't want to say bickering, but it's more of a passive aggressive type of energy that I'm picking up on. And of course, the reading is not going to resonate with all of you. If it doesn't resonate with you, it just simply means you don't need the reading this time around. I always recommend checking out your other signs, but essentially here, your biggest challenge is to determine whether or not this is somebody that you want to reconcile with, you want to get back together with. Okay. And also the moon here is talking about secrets. You know, your biggest challenge here is about uncovering certain things that have been bothering you. That's the reason why there's been a lot of inconsistency in your love, dealing with certain people. There's been a lot of inconsistency because there's been a lack of transparency here. And that's going to be a big part of your challenge, right? Being able to speak up and tell the truth and say what you truly feel, right? There's a reason why there's inconsistencies here. And as much as you want to come back together with this person and spend time with them and be with them, there's certain things that bother you that you may need to address. And that's going to be a big part of your challenge, okay? And some of you are afraid to address this because you don't want the situation to come to an end. But here's the thing. If something is left swept under the rug and it's not addressed, it could cause future issues, okay? And this is something that you need to be aware of, okay? Now, let's talk about the recent past. Let's clarify. Okay, so in the recent past, you have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So in the recent past, you were very adamant in the past on having a new beginning. I think a lot of you were doing a lot of self-care in the past, focusing on yourself. And I do feel that there was a lot of this inconsistency in love. Even though you wanted to have a new beginning, there wasn't anything that was solid here in the past. It was just maybe keeping your options open or going on dates or hanging out with people, but there was nothing really solid here. And the reason why there was nothing really solid here in the past for you was because your expectation in love was very high. And getting people to reach that high expectation that you had for yourself may have been very difficult here in the past. Now, in the past, you also have the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Three of Pentacles. Yes. So like I said, you attracted somebody here in the past, very clear. You attracted this person, but the person that you attracted in the past, Sagittarius, it was very lustful. The connection was lustful. It was more or less connected to the physicality. So maybe you were attracted to this person or they were attracted to you, but it was really nothing more than that. Okay. At one point, it seemed that you and this person could work together and there could be some form of a collaboration, but it really made you start to question the connection, this person here in the past, because of certain behaviors or actions that they were doing. And it made you question, you know, is this person genuine? Does this person really care about me? Is this person really serious? And I think that's why for many of you in the past, you had such a high expectation of what you wanted from the situation. And when that person didn't meet that expectation, you may have decided to become inconsistent with them here in the past. Now you have the Ace of Swords in the past twice. So you found something out, or the truth was revealed here in the past. And what you found out here in the past was a particular person that you were involved with. I'm getting a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini here. You had such a strong connection with this person. I don't know what it was. Maybe there were certain things that you and this person experienced together that made you think, okay, well, maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the person that I'm meant to be with. So this could have been two different people. Maybe you were dealing with one person that wasn't really healthy for you. And then there was another person that came in and you felt a lot more comfortable with them. But either way, there was a lot of inconsistencies in your love life here in the past, okay? For whatever reason, that's what I'm seeing. Now, bottom of the deck, you have the Hangman. So in the past, there was a lot of delays in love. There was a lot of delays connecting to the other here in the past. So let's talk about the present moment. Let's clarify all the cards. Okay, top of the deck, or top of the reading, you have the two, bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Cups, definitely about love in the present moment, that's clear. You have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Swords. You have the Six of Wands and the Fool. So in the present moment, there's a couple of stories here. Okay, it's going to resonate for some, not so much for others. There's definitely something here about There's something here about feeling hurt on a very deep level. Okay, some of you watching this, you feel very hurt, you feel alone. You're trying to make sense of why a situation in your life isn't leading to a new beginning. Some of you are focused more on your career than you are in love, okay? If you've been hurt recently, if somebody caused you pain, if somebody hurt you, it's really important for you to forgive that person and forgive yourself, okay? That's the first thing, because if you don't do that, that is what's going to lead to some sort of success or delay in your career. This is super important. Some of you may agree, some of you may not. I've been doing this for many years, and I know that your career is definitely affected by pain, unresolved issues. So the message here is that if you do decide to have a new beginning, make sure you're doing it because you want to be able to let go of some sort of pain and transmute that energy, okay? And this is what a lot of you may be doing. If you're not doing that, that's a message that you need to hear. Now, you also have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Cups. You have the Seven of Wands and the Strength. So in the present moment, there's a desire here to completely disconnect from something. And what it is that you want to disconnect from is the competitive energy, the fact that somebody doesn't add up to your standards. And it's been very difficult for you to really tame these feelings that you have within yourself. I think a lot of you don't want to walk away from the situation, but you may need to walk away from it because it's not serving you anymore. Okay. And this is big because a lot of us are going through this now. Saturn moving into Aries on the 25th of May. This is going to be trining your sun, moon, or rising. So you're going to get a lot more serious about your life, about your relationships, about the things that you entertain and the things that you choose not to entertain. Right. So there's a little bit of this serious energy that's coming in with the King of Swords. That is clarified by the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Cups. I think another message here for you, Sagittarius, is the question that you need to ask yourself is, what is it that you're holding on to from your past? If you're holding on to certain people or certain situations from the past, this may be hindering you or holding you back. I do feel that if you're inquiring, because some of you are inquiring about somebody that you haven't spoken to for a while or there's been no contact, the message here is that a lot of you want to talk to somebody from your past, or maybe somebody from your past wants to speak to you. That's not going to resonate with all of you. Now, why do I say that? I say it because if there's unresolved issues, and I'm going to go back there, some of you may say, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to talk about it. If there's unresolved issues with someone from your past, this is something that you may need to have a conversation about. You may not like this person. You may not want to deal with them. But if there's unresolved issues and you know what those unresolved issues I'm talking about, okay? If those aren't addressed, that could be something that's holding you back from having a new beginning. Okay. And it's energy. This is all energy. I know some of you might say, oh, I've moved on from that. I'm done with that. I'm not dealing with that. Even if you decide not to talk to this person, hopefully you decide to forgive them and you forgive yourself for having to go through this. Okay. But there is unresolved issues with someone from the past, and either you or this person or both of you are still holding on to the idea of needing to resolve the issue, okay? And this is something that you may need to take care of, especially if it's in regards to a relationship that caused you a lot of pain, okay? And once you resolve this issue, it's gonna allow you to be free, and it's gonna allow you to focus on the things that you need to focus on within yourself, instead of energetically carrying this Seven of Swords energy with you, because some of you are carrying this energy with you that's, again, it's showing energetically that you haven't resolved certain things from your past, and it doesn't make you look good, okay, in the light of others, okay? I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying that if you're carrying that residue of past trauma, unresolved issues, lack of forgiveness, lack of talking through your issues, it's time to really become a lot more responsible. And I'm saying that not from an egotistical standpoint. I'm saying it from a standpoint of you needing to get to this higher frequency. A lot of you want to be on this higher level. And a lot of you may be saying, well, why can't I reach that level? Why can't I get a better job or a better promotion or a better partner? It's because you still have stuff from the past that you need to resolve. And once you resolve these things that have been swept under the rug, the things that you pretended that aren't really important, that really are important, the more you can create room for the things that are meant for you, okay? And this is going to be important. It's not, again, it's not going to resonate with all of you, but it is a message that somebody needs to hear, okay? Now, let's talk about the near future. I'm going to clarify all the cards. Okay, bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Cups in the near future. Options, choices, needing to get clear on things, perhaps. You have the Seven of Cups. That is clarified by the King of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So in the near future, you have two options, okay? When it comes to love, I feel this could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. One of these options in the near future is going to be very clear on what they want with you. They're not going to waste time. I feel like this is going to be the air sign. They're going to be very clear on what they want with you and how you two can go about doing that. It's going to be up to you if you choose that person. The second person that I see that's coming into your life, the Knight of Pentacles, they're taking a very long time to come in towards you. And this may bother you because a lot of you may be saying to yourself, I just want to get on with my life. I don't want to keep waiting on this person. But I think the decision that you're going to decide to make, because the Seven of Cups is talking about options in the near future, and one of these options you're going to commit yourself to. Whoever you decide here in the near future to be with, it's going to be somebody that satisfies you, that makes you feel happy and fulfilled. And this is how I feel you are going to be making your decision. Now, if this is about your career, you have the Six of Wands here. There is an opportunity here for recognition. Somebody here is going to see you. They're going to recognize who you are. There's a lot of fear and worry here in the near future that certain things in your career may not work out, but it's very important that you don't continue to entertain this energy of fear, okay? If you continue to entertain this fear, this trauma, this energy of not being in control of what it is that you want in your life, this is what delays the opportunity. Now, I'm getting something here about an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This person's going to come towards you with an opportunity that's going to help you succeed in your career. And it's going to be up to you if you're open to that, okay? Again, you have the King of Pentacles here. More energy coming in. I feel there's people around you. King of Pentacles is here twice. There's going to be people that come around you in the near future that help you with your finances. Hopefully you're open to them. You have the Nine of Wands and the Hermit here. So in the near future, you're actually trying to meditate. You're trying to go within. You're trying to recognize the things that you need to change within yourself. This is going to be huge because some of you have been trying to do this meditation. I know this sounds cliche, but you've been trying to do meditation, or you've been trying to do certain things to enhance your well-being, to really shift your perspective on things. And the more you try, the more you're going to tap into something and realize something big, and it's connected to your finances. Okay. So, and this all happens when Saturn enters into Aries, which is going to amplify your sun, your moon, or rising. It's really going to help you to feel more support, more responsibility, just more of a structured energy to achieve the things that you want. And I think when you start to get into that energy, there will be certain people around you that are going to bring forth opportunities. So hopefully you don't give up, because some of you are, at this point where you just want to give up on your life and you just want to kind of just let everything go. But right when you least expect it, there's going to be changes here in the near future. And that's why what you don't see coming is the Ace of Wands. There will be a brand new beginning and a new opportunity for you to move forward. Okay. So let's get, and I just saw 1818 on the clock. So check out what 1818 means in angel numbers. There could be an important message for you there. So let's get some advice for you. Okay, your advice, you have the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Temperance. Your biggest piece of advice is to recognize when something isn't for you, okay? And how are you going to recognize when a relationship or a specific person is not for you? By the level of emotional energy they invest into you. So if somebody acts like they're not interested in you, or they're not giving you that emotional love and support that you need, and it's taking way too long for that to happen, you need to determine if that's something that you still want to continue to pour your energy and efforts into. A relationship involves being open emotionally. It involves investing emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of the above into it. And there's no point in rushing into a relationship if it doesn't feel right. Your biggest piece of advice is to look at what somebody is doing, not what they're saying. Look at what they're doing. And over time, you're going to determine if this person is relationship material. If they are not consistent emotionally towards you, then there's no point in wasting your time, okay? And this is about being really honest with yourself and being honest with the other person so that you can truly be in the relationship that's meant for you instead of forcing yourself to be in one that isn't, okay? So Sagittarius, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. I want to thank you so much for tuning into this. And as always, I hope you got something from the reading, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.